Namaste, welcome to Inspirations of this week. As always, tonight also we have a distinguished guest with us. Let's welcome Mr. Sabin Shrestha, Executive Director of FWLD Nepal. FWLD, Forum for Women, Law and Development Nepal, is an autonomous, non-profit, non-government organization working in Nepal since 1995. And FW uses law as an instrument to ensure women, children, and the right of other minorities and marginalized groups in Nepali society. Let's hear more from Mr. Sabin Shrestha.
I'm Sabin Shrestha. I'm a lawyer by professions. Right now I am working as an executive director in Forum for Women Law and Development, FWLD. My early education was out of Kathmandu, so my father posted in different districts. So earlier educations as per the district where my father was posted. So my later education, I was in police school. So I did my SLC from Nepal. And then after that, I joined the law. I did my master from law campus itself in Tribhuvan, under the Tribhuvan University. My childhood is very normal. So I'm from the middle class family. Earlier my father was in the army, so he was posted in different places. Later on, he resigned from the army and he joined as a he was an engineer by profession, so he was a consultant engineer in different projects. So I stay with my father in different places. So I have a good memory of my childhood. Forum for Women Law and Development, FWLD. This organization is established by the prominent lawyer of Nepal, established in 1995. And at that time, we fight for the law. So we believe in the rule of law. But at that time, what we realized that though the law, we fight for the law, but some of the law was not perfect. The law was also discriminatory based on gender. Also, there is a law, it's also discriminatory towards sexual minority, disability, and there is a certain flaws in the law. So we think that though we fight for the law, we also need to have a very good law. And for that, to make the favorable law and the legal environment, the forum was founded in 1995. And at that time, I was studying in a law campus in Basla. So that time I joined law as an intern. So I started working with the law as an intern. And then after I completed the master, the then chair of the FWLD, Honorable Sapna Pradhan Mullah, she offered me to join FWLD, and I joined FWLD as a program officer. And then I start working with FWLD, and I really enjoy my work in FWLD, because through this organization we have able to ensure the justice of the people who are voiceless people, the marginalized people. And there are many cases that we have able to reform the legal framework of Nepal. And there is lots of decisions that establish the jurisprudence in Nepal that realize the justice, gender justice, and the justice for the marginalized people. So I really enjoyed working with FWLD.
That was a wonderful sharing of FWLD, and as since 1995 it's working in Nepali society. Let's also view what impact is it able to create in Nepali society.
There is a many area we work, and one of the area is citizenship. Citizenship is a basic document. So in citizenship, there is a discriminatory provisions. Father can easily confer citizenship to his children, but for the mother, it's not easy. Because of that, many people are without legal identity document, without citizenship certificate. So we have supported many people in Nepal to obtain the citizenship certificate. So through our litigations, we have supported more than 200 people to obtain the citizenship certificate. There are many cases, so I will just give some of the examples. So one of the example is Santi. Her husband abandoned her and her son. So they came to our office, and we provided the legal support, and we fight her case. Now, because before that, her son, because he has no citizenship certificate, so he could not do anything, a formal thing, so he could not have any job or no bank account, no nothing. So through our support, he was able to obtain the citizenship certificate, and once he able to obtain the citizenship certificate, he make his passport, and now he gone for the foreign employment, and he was he's now supporting his family, and not he's supporting his family, he's also supporting the country. So he's providing the remittance to the country. So it's not only our support is not only to the individual people or his family, it's also contributed to the overall country. And similarly, there is a case of Deepthi, and her both daughter were denied for the citizenship certificate because they could not identify the father, and our system is fathers should be present to obtain the citizenship certificate. So we fought this case, and after that they are now able to obtain the citizenship certificate, and through the citizenship certificate whole their future is now open. Earlier even they are denied for the birth registration certificate, and during the SLC examination nowadays the birth registration is the mandatory things, and even the one of the daughter they is disallowed to submit the form for the SLC, and we fought this case, and after we pleaded in the Supreme Court, through the court orders, she was allowed to sit in the examination. So there are many cases where the people are denied, not only for the SLC, there is a nursing examination, there is a other university examination. Even in those cases, through our cases, those young people, the students, they are allowed to sit in the examination, or they are allowed to take their professional license and to do the professional work. So there are many examples.
अब मेरो त सर्टिफिकेटको कामै छैन नि, त्यसो भए सिटिजनसिप नभइसकेपछि त।
त्यो बेला मेरो नागरिकता बनेकै थिएन, सो मैले अब बाहिर कलेजेस अप्लाई गर्ने पनि मेरो अप्सनमै भएन।
रजिस्टर्ड नर्स हुन पाएन, रजिस्टर्ड नर्स नभएपछि मैले जब गर्न पाएन, अनि ब्याङ्कको खाताहरू पनि खोल्न पाएन, धेरै नै अप्ठ्याराहरू भयो।
नागरिकता समयमा नहुँदा आफ्नै देशमा जन्मिएर पनि अनागरिक भएर बस्नु पर्दा धेरै गाह्रो परेको थियो।
मलाई एकछिन त विश्वासै लागेन, किनभने रिसेन्ट 3-4 इयर्सदेखि नै म कुदिरहेको थिएँ त्यसको लागि, अनि एकछिन त अब त्यो कस्तो अब हो कि होइन जस्तो भइरहेको थियो। अनि त्यसपछि पाउने बित्तिकै अनि जस खुसी लाग्यो आफूलाई, अब चाहिँ केही गर्छु भन्ने फिल भयो। पहिला धेरै कुरामा नागरिकता चाहिन्थ्यो क्या, अनि म दिनै पाउँदिनँ थियो। अब चाहिँ जे होस् सिटिजनसिप र फोटो ल्याउनु भन्दाखेरि सजिलै लगेर दिन सकिन्छ। अनि त्यसपछि रिसेन्टली स्कुटी लाइसेन्स पनि निकालेँ, ब्याङ्क अकाउन्ट खोलेँ आफ्नो।
अब राष्ट्रले नै लगानी गरेर म यहाँसम्म पुगेको छु भने अहिले चाहिँ म जब गरेर बिरामीहरूको सेवामा चाहिँ कन्टिन्यू गरेछु।
दीपिकाले चाहिँ नि उठाएको अधिकारको विषय भनेको नागरिकता हो, र नागरिकतालाई चाहिँ नि नेपालको संविधानले संवैधानिक हकको रूपमा प्रत्याभूत गरेको छ, र नेपालको संविधान 2072 र नेपालको नागरिकता सम्बन्धी 2063 को कानुनी व्यवस्थालाई हेर्दा कुनै व्यक्तिको बाबु वा आमा दुवै मध्ये कुनै एक नेपालको नागरिक हो भने त्यस्तो सन्तानले चाहिँ नि नेपालको वंशजको नागरिकता पाउँछ भनेर स्पष्ट व्यवस्था गरेको छ।
FWLD को सहयोगबाट अन्तिममा मैले न्याय पाउन सफल भएँ। उहाँहरूले मेरो नागरिकताको केसमा सम्पूर्ण जिम्मेवारी लिनुभयो र न्यायको पक्षमा लड्नुभयो। फलस्वरूप मैले नागरिकता प्राप्त गर्न चाहिँ सफल भएँ। नागरिकता प्राप्त गर्न साथ मेरा सारा अवरोधहरू खुल्यो। मैले मेरो राजधानी बनाएँ, जन्म दर्ता गराएँ, पर्सनल ब्याङ्क एकाउन्टहरू खोलेँ, चालक अनुमति पत्र बनाएँ। यस्ता थुप्रै कुराहरू गरे जुन नागरिकता नभएकै कारणले रोकिएको थियो। आज म दुबईमा छु। यो सब नागरिकताको पहिचानको कारण नै सम्भव भएको हो। म अहिले मेरो देशलाई पनि रेमिटेन्स मार्फत पनि सहयोग गरिरहेको छु।
So I feel very satisfied with this work because it's not only the person has obtained the citizenship certificate. Because of citizenship certificate, his or her life is totally changed. Because without having a citizenship, the person is not even acknowledged as a legal persons. His existence is not at all acknowledged, but after obtain the citizenship, total life is changed, and they can now enjoy all type of facility. Because without the citizenship, not a basic thing like even they don't have a driving license, they don't have a even they don't have a mobile SIM card. So there are lots of hardship in their life. So through our support and legal assistance, they achieve or they obtain the citizenship. That's one of the area I really feel satisfied. And another things, even this during this COVID period, we started legal helpline service, emergency legal helpline service, and during this almost 2 years time period, we have supported more than 1,200 people, the legal counsel, as well as if they require the legal assistance. And that is also because in this time there are a certain need, and particularly lockdown period, they don't have any options to seek legal assistance. So we did these services, and not only we provided legal counseling and legal support during this time period, we pleaded virtually in a different courts, even court outside of the Kathmandu, we virtually pleaded, and there is a very favorable order issued by the court. So this is also one of the satisfactory moment for us.
As FWLD is supporting to ensure rights of marginalized and minorities in Nepal, let's hear from Mr. Sabin what exactly inspires and motivates him in his life.
We always feel motivated by when we have able to support the survivor or victims in these cases. So that's what motivated to work on this issue. And initially, when we study the law, we really believe in the law, and at that time we just studying the law. But once I engaged with these organizations, and we did several studies, and we found out that there are many areas the laws are not perfect. So even when we are talking about access to justice and the rule of law, we also need the competent law that can deliver the proper access to justice towards the people. Because even our law was biased in many terms, biases towards the women, biases towards the certain community, biases towards the person with a disability, sexual minority. So I think working on reformation of law is also motivated to work in this issue, because the law cannot be from the perspective of one gender or one ethnicity or one nationality. It should be equal to all. So that is also motivated, and whenever we're able to reform the law, that also encourages me to work on the issue continuously.
Nepali Constitution have ensured that every Nepali citizen can get their citizenship certificate on the base of their mother's citizenship, but in the ground level, the practice is still to come really. So in this case, there are a lot of advocacies going on. Even FWLD is intervening with his advocacy campaigns to ensure that every Nepali citizens, they have that right to get the citizenship on the base of their mother's citizenship certificate. So what advocacy campaigns are still going on? Let's hear from Mr. Sabin Shrestha.
When we started working on the issue of citizenship certificate, that time the constitution, 1990 constitution was prevailed, and 1990 constitution was totally gender biased, and it's only allowed father can confer the citizenship certificate. So there is no recognition of mother, and we start working on that constitutions, and for the recognition of mother right to confer the citizenship for children. And during the promulgation of 2006 interim constitutions, there is a certain right is recognized, so mother is also recognized. And for recognition of mother, there was effort, lots of advocacy effort done by us. So after that, when there was a formation of Constituent Assembly, and when the Constituent Assembly was drafting the new constitutions, so we did the various advocacy program with the Constituent Assembly member, even the community people, to raise this voice that mother should be given the equal right to confer the citizenship certificate. And now this new constitutions, the 2015 constitution promulgated by the Constituent Assembly, it's a recognize the mother right to confer the citizenship certificate. And through our cases also, we have fought many cases in the Supreme Court, and through our cases also there is a many issuance of the citizenship through the name of the mother. But still, though we have already have a constitution provisions that allow the mother to transfer the citizenship to her children, but still after the 6 years, more than the 6 years of the promulgation of the constitutions, we haven't changed or amended our Citizenship Act. Therefore, though we are able to change the constitutional provisions from 1990 Constitution to 2006 Constitution and 2006 Constitution to this recent 2015 Constitution, but because there is no amendment in the Nepal Citizenship Act, there is still a problem for many mothers to confer the citizenship to her children.
That was a wonderful episode. We are really inspired. Thank you, Sabin Shrestha, for this inspiring episode tonight. And let's also hear what exact message that you would like to give to our viewers tonight.
As a lawyer, my message and my motto is we have to work for the rule of law and the justice. But if the law is not competent, if law is discriminatory, our first job is make that law itself justice. Just law is mandatory. So we have to work for the rule of law and justice. But for that, the precondition is law also need to be justiciable.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful information. This was indeed a very informative and inspiring episode of Inspirations. We promise that we will be back in next 15 days with another dose of inspiration, another distinguished personality that would inspire us. Thank you very much, Sabin sir, for being with us. See you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Good night.